Hi everyone.
Morning.
We are vlogging today and it was a very, very early start for me this morning.
Just for Dan.
I was up at 4 o'clock getting the smoker lit and on. I'm doing a pulled pork and it's now nearly 9, so it's been on for nearly 2.5 hours and I'm going to do my first check. So I haven't looked at it or anything like that. And we've also got some sausages that I'm going to put on now for us to have for breakfast. They're going to take maybe 2 hours. I've never done sausages on the smoker, but I'm keen to see how they go.
Okay, let's have a look. Some serious gloves there, Dan.
Yeah, well, I don't want to burn myself, do I?
Ooh.
Oh, it looks good.
So what did you put on the outside of it?
Salt, pepper and paprika.
Right.
Yeah.
And mustard to stick it on there.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't think I want to spritz that yet. So I need to spritz it. I've got some ACV and water.
Which is apple cider vinegar.
And that's just going to help keep it moist. But I kind of want some of these bits to cook off a little bit more.
You kind of wanted the fat to crack a bit, didn't you? Is that
what? Oh, that's when it comes off.
Ah, right. Okay.
And gets wrapped. So I've got some chicken sausages here. Just pop those on. I've got my thermometer in one, and that gets tracked on my phone. So I've set the temp and that will tell me when it's ready to go.
So now we're going to head off to the farmer's market. We're a bit later than we normally are. We're normally there early, so I hope that they've still got everything we need. We've done a little list. So when we get back, I'll show you everything we bought and I'll show you how we kind of planned out what we were buying. Okay, we are back from the farmer's market. I was just going to show you what we did as far as a shopping list. So we have this, I think it's from Kiki Cake.
It's old.
We've had it for ages. It just has like, it's called a dinner planner. I guess you could, so it's got a spot for each night and then like a list section at the bottom.
It's good for us because we mainly just plan out our dinners and our lunches and breakfasts kind of flow on from there.
Yeah, so yesterday when we were just sitting on the couch watching TV, we kind of had a thought about our dinners for the week. So we're actually out on Friday night for dinner and then we're away for the weekend. So we just had to do 4 nights. So we're doing the chicken tray bake, which is from our Reset cookbook. We just thought we'd have a steak and veg. We haven't had steak for a while, actually. We're doing a chicken recipe, which is for a Thermomix recipe. It's in the low carb collection. It's a katsu chicken. We haven't had it before, but we've got my niece and nephew coming over for dinner, so I thought that's something. It's just like basically crumbed chicken. I thought it was something they would like. And we can adapt it to have no sweetener in it because we're not having sweeteners in the Reset. And then salmon. So we've got some salmon in the freezer already that we bought at the farmer's market last week. So just some veg to go with that. And then there's just the list that you kind of rip off the bottom.
You should have just ripped the bottom off and kept the
I know, I don't know why I did that. But then I left the list in the car when we got to the farmer's market anyway, so don't do that. But yeah, so it was basically just veg and meat that we needed. Then, like for things from the supermarket, because we're not doing a big supermarket shop, we like to use the Reminders app, which comes with iPhone. So then we have a shopping list which is shared between us so we can both access it. So then for things that we can't get at the farmer's market, so toilet paper, pickles, and I forgot to get cucumber because I didn't have the actual list with me, we just pop them there, and then whoever's at the shops can just grab those things. Or if at any point, like, you use the last bin liner or whatever, you can just pop it straight on there, and like then when you're at the shops, if you buy it, it just deletes it off. It's very good.
Untick it, because otherwise you'll lose it. It's gone. You're gonna have to enter it back on.
But we find, like, we have only started using this in the last probably 6 months or so, but it's very good because we both can have access to it. So as Dan said, like last night, she yelled out, "I think we need toilet paper." I'm like, "We'll put it on the list." Like,
I still do that though.
But this is our farmer's market haul. It's pretty heavy, but this is our favourite summertime stall. They're only at the market for probably a couple of months even. Is this blueberry stall. So it's from Comboyne, which I think is just a bit north of here. But they, like, honestly,
they're so much better than the supermarket.
You can't even so it's like a different fruit to the blueberries you get at the supermarket. So we always grab these, and then any that we don't eat, we'll just pop them in the freezer. I'll show you actually. So I just have this kind of silicone reusable Ziploc bag. I don't know if you can see, but they freeze so well. You can just pop them in like that, and then you can use them in smoothies, or even to pop on some yogurt or chia pudding or whatever. They just pop straight out. So that's why we get the 2 punnets to make the most of this bountiful season. Okay, so for the chicken tray bake, we got some butternut pumpkin, because it has pumpkin, chicken thighs, zucchini, and like a Middle Eastern spice mix that you kind of toss it all together.
They were small, so I got 2.
They're very dirty. And then this is all of our meat. So even though we don't have any mince recipes on there, we always get some mince just to have in the fridge, and then if we don't use it, so this is fine until the 6th of February. If we don't use it, we'll just chuck it in the freezer, just because we like the quality of this mince, and it's so versatile. Like, we use it for a lot of dinners. Steaks, we went with the New York strip steak, and then we got chicken breast for the chicken katsu, and chicken thighs for the tray bake.
And whatever we don't use of that, we'll also freeze.
Yes. Okay, and then this is all of our veg. So I just got some salad leaves. We got some nice mushies. We went with the brown ones. I find that they have
a bit more flavour.
A lot more flavour than just the plain button ones. Some coriander, because I'm going to make a slaw as well, because hopefully we'll be having the pulled pork for
Could you sound
dinner.
A little bit more confident? We are having the pulled pork for dinner.
So I picked up this half a cabbage, and I'm going to make a slaw for us to have with the pulled pork, because I was like, what do you have with it?
Slaw.
So I also got some tomatoes. These are our favourite from, what's it called? Ricardo's. Some onions. That's some on the tray bake. I'll put some in the coleslaw.
They're always just handy to have anyway.
Yeah, zucchinis, some garlic, a lemon, and this was not on the list, but
always
a broccoli. So we only map out our dinners, even though depending on how you're feeling, like you'll eat 2 or 3 meals a day. So for the other meal, we always obviously make sure we have like eggs, bacon, avocado in the fridge, which we already did, so we don't need to buy any. So that could be breakfast or lunch for either of us. And then Dan usually has the dinner leftovers for lunch as well. So that is how we plan our week and do our shopping.
Time to get back to the smoker. So now I want to see if it's time to spritz the meat.
You need your gloves? Oh, look at the sausages.
So I might flip the sausages over actually and give them a little bit longer on this side, because that one probably just needs a little bit there. But otherwise those sausages look really good.
This is what the butcher told us to smoke them, where we got the sausages from.
And now, I don't know whether you can see the difference, but it's much darker on here than what it was, and it's kind of crispy. So now I'm going to spritz.
So does the vinegar do something in particular? Or
I think it's just so it's not just water. You can do just water. Some people do apple juice. Quite a few of the videos I watched, they did use ACV and water. So I'm going to spritz the pork about once an hour now until I wrap it. And the sausages I'll just give like another half an hour or so to colour up that other side, and they should be good.
Just got some eggs cooking here. There was a lonely little tomato from last week that we wanted to use up. And how good do these sausages look, Dan? Well
so they're
done.
chicken from the butcher.
Yeah.
Chicken and chive, I think they were.
He said to smoke them though. I wouldn't have even thought of that.
They are like so soft. You know how sometimes they're really gritty? I don't know if it's the sausage or the smoking or a combination of both.
We haven't had those before.
We haven't eaten these sausages before, but I find the chicken ones especially, when you cook them on the barbecue, they're really dry and kind of gritty is the best texture to describe it. That is so good. Do you want to try it? I'll cut you a piece and you can just...
Is it hot?
No. It's been off for a little bit.
I'm very surprised by the colour of it.
It's nice, isn't it?
Are you getting smokiness?
Yeah, you're not?
Oh, at the end. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So
I'm so impressed. I'm doing that again. Whenever the smoke is going on, we'll buy some sausages to chuck on as well.
And we also have some of our homemade little pickled onions that we always put on top of our fried eggs. Delicious.
Erica only ate one of her sausages, so there's one left for me. So we are 6.5 hours in. I'm about to do the third spritz, so we will have a look what it looks like now. Oh, looking good. You can see it's like starting to split.
How long's it been?
It's been, we're just on 8.5.
So since you put the pork in,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yep. So I reckon it's ready to wrap it now. Probably may have wanted to see a better fat split there, but it's there. So now I need to wrap it and...
In foil, right?
Yeah, wrap it in foil.
What's the point of this?
Just to stop the smoke getting to it, because it's had enough smoke, but we're still going to cook it.
Right.
Very noisy. And it probably needs another 1 to 2 hours, probably closer to 2, and then it's got to rest. So we will wrap it now and pop it back on. Now we wait.
Okay, time for an update.
I think we might be close. So one of the things that I watched was that it should feel like you're poking into like soft butter. I've done it. I think it's close, but I want Erica to do it because she's a bit...
In the same spot? Or?
No, in a different spot. Kind of come into that, maybe there.
Oh, I hit the bone.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, it feels... There's no resistance.
There's no resistance.
No.
So I think we might take it off and rest it now. So we want to rest it for about an hour. We're at 4 now, so I've been going 12 hours, but the meat's been on 9.5 or 10, something like that. Oh, 10.5 hours. So I'm going to take it out, we'll rest it for an hour. So about 5 we should be able to pull it and see what it looks like. I'm pretty excited. I hope it's good. Otherwise it's been a hell of a day.
So I'm just going to make a coleslaw for us to have with the pork that's resting over here. So I'll just use some of this cabbage. I've got some carrot that I'll probably grate up, some radishes, some coriander, probably put some of the pickled onions in it. And then I'll just make a dressing out of a bit of mayo with some salt, like lots of salt and pepper, and some vinegar.
Okay, this is the moment of truth. Time to unwrap.
This is going to be messy.
Look at all those juices. Whoa, that looks awesome.
So the bone should just slide out in theory, right?
Mm-hmm. Mostly.
It's pretty good.
I'm pretty impressed. I'm gonna get a bowl because I'm gonna start to shred it, and I think I'll put it in a bowl. Oh my god, that is like butter. Look at that.
You're gonna have a taste test?
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Looks
still really
juicy.
Hot. Now, that is amazing. But I will say, I've cooked some in the gas smoker before, and this is like a bazillion times better.
Yep.
I dried it out too much on the gas smoker and everything. This is so tender, and I'm just going to have to go kind of through it and kind of get these bits that we don't want in it. There's kind of like gristly bits. But I'll pull it, we'll plate it, and we'll eat it.
Wow, look how tender it is. Good job, babe. You must be happy.
I'm so happy. Okay, look how much we got.
What are we
It's
doing
a lot.
with it all?
We're gonna have to freeze it. I'll probably have it for lunches for a few days. We could make pulled pork tacos.
Options
pulled pork
are
salad.
endless.
It's honestly endless. But hopefully you've enjoyed coming along with me trying this for the very first time. I have to say I was pretty brave doing it on camera for the first time. But I'm super happy with how it went. It's also kind of turned into a day of eating, what we've eaten today, a little shopping, a little bit of everything. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you liked the video, guys, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.